Alright, so we're back with another unboxing video. This is going to be the Gomez Sim Industries FPEv2, and I'm quite excited. Got this wheel today. I actually do have the FP original. This was the first one. I think their first wheel that they wheel that they came out with the screen and everything. The Formula Pro Elite. This is I had this probably over 2 years, probably close to 3, or maybe a little over 2 years. So it was a nice wheel, still a nice wheel, very chunky. That was a selling point for this wheel, the grips. If you look at the back here, well, I got the NRG quick release, also got the older version of the Gomez hub, the 50mm hub. And you could look, this was one of their first designs before they start coming up with the indents at the back. So this is pretty much their original bad boy. So yeah, I was in early on the Gomez wheels. So had this a while, had fun with it. There's a few things that caught me by surprise. One of the things was how much power it needs, because I guess you got the buttons and the screen. Wasn't such a bad thing for Gomez wheels at the time, because this was my first wheel with a screen, so it was just new. So I had figured out from their Discord how to solve that, so it's been working great ever since. So it was a pretty heavy wheel, and we have here the FPEv2 about 3 years later, I guess. And this is one of their newest wheels. And they claim to have done some stuff like cutting down. How do you open this thing? Hold on. Right here. Yeah, cutting down the weight, improve the designs a little bit. And so far I know this is, stickers and stuff. Decals would be a more appropriate name. Looks nice, and they're highly customizable. That's another selling point for this wheel. And this was the prime at the time. That this was a preset coordination. You could just select this. It was already done, so I didn't go through that whole customizing method. And I think that pretty much did the same for this one over here. So let's take a look at it. All right, nice unboxing. Definitely gotten better. When I first got this one, the box that they were using at the time was kind of soft. This is more, you got more advertising, and I guess they're making more money, so they're putting more into their wheels, getting nice decals and stuff. So here goes FPEv2 from Gomez Sim Industries, and you can tell it's also a prime. So here we got a side-by-side look, FPE and FPE V2, and you can tell I also got the prime. Now, one of the differences for the decals that they had at the time, which is stickers, they have upgraded to LEDs, and these could change colors, and you set whatever orientation that suits your needs. But yeah, and thumb encoders. This had no thumb encoders. This now has thumb encoders. So I don't want to put too much weight on this nice wheel, so I gotta be very careful. So video won't be as nice. One hand operation here. So the buttons, people said, weren't that squishy, were a little too squishy and stuff, which I agree with, but that wasn't really such a problem for me. I guess more so it was, you know what, let me set this over here, because I really don't want to get that screen touched. That's more important than the video, to be honest. So let's just take a look at this. All right, let's soak in all that beauty. Let's take it out, see if it's easy. Oh wow, definitely, I'd say about I don't know exactly, but it feels about yeah, it feels about 50% less in weight. So grips, right? The grips, definitely not as chunky as it was before, but the chunkiness was the selling point for this wheel, and people liked it, including myself. But the difference I could tell you in texture, like I said, this one, even though it's older, it's like a magnet towards dust and stuff like that, because it feels that silicone. It is injected silicone feeling, but again, no one complained about that. This one, on the other hand, feels like a hard type of, still feel squishy and like silicone, but it's definitely smooth, so it doesn't stick so much, while this have a more grippier feel, like you get what I'm saying? It's not sliding, while this is just smooth. So they did use some decals, like right here, that's a sticker, but let's see the big difference with buttons. You hear that? You hear that? All right, clicky while squishy. So they made some upgrades. Now, one of the things I remember watching a video saying how this is newly designed, so let's see. It's definitely an intended click. You gotta really do it, but it doesn't feel too hard where it defeats the purpose while in use. So yeah, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good, as opposed to like this. I could just, like I said, it wasn't a big deal, and you could also click. A little more squishy. Oh, definitely more fidelity right there. And in the middle, you can see the decal as well. But these decals, I must say, seems a little bit more. Wait, yeah, definitely a better quality. To keep it simple. And we got these buttons right here. Oh, actually, these are not buttons. It's just a LED. So that's not a button. I actually thought it was a button. So yeah, you can't click that. So yeah, that's just there for the purpose of the LED. All right, let's check out the thumb encoder. All right, a little smooth, you know, not too, definitely not as clicky as this, but I guess to try to keep it realistic while driving. Yeah, it's nice though. It's real nice. Now, the screen size should be about the same, but this should be a Volcore screen, while this also comes in Volcore screens, but this was the first one. So I believe this is what kind of screens were they using at the time? Can't remember the name right now, but I'm kind of slipping for a little bit. But yeah, trying to remember. Can't remember. But yeah, it's not a Volcore screen. You usually could tell by the glossiness. So the Volcore screens, they take more power and they're a little bit more glossy, while this one is the I can't remember, but you could tell it's not as glossy. It's actually but it sucks less power. So you know what, let's take a look at the back. Alright, so I got the hub already installed. Now these I'm not that new, because I actually do have the Hyper-P one, and it uses these carbon fiber with the holes and stuff, the design where you could kind of feel the indents. Let's take it out a little bit. And you got your power cord, USB cord. That's pretty standard, so I'm not taking that out.